What fool thing is Johnny doing now? Well, here we go. Lee Hacklin, private investigator in Communication Breakdown, Chapter 5. Abner One World's farm slash commune, farmune, was located in Knox, Albany, one of the more rural parts of New York State. I know as much about trees as I do portable heaters, but I know an arbutus tree when I see one. There were hundreds of them. I parked my sweet ride alongside a wooden fence lined with barbed wire. How nice. Once you visit, you'll never want to leave. Not that it matters, because we won't let you. There were 4 guard towers. As far as I could tell, none of the men manning them were armed. Their heads were shaved, and they wore white robes. I saw dozens of men and women, all in their early 20s or so. Well-meaning lefties tend to skew young. Reality, things like taxes, mortgages, and tuition payments is a pillar that inexorably pushes us at least a little to the right. Like the guards, their heads were shaved, the women too. They were picking strawberries. All of them were smiling. Smiles are contagious, not these ones. These were the smiles of the damned. The scene reminded me of that George Lucas movie, the other one, THX 1138. That's probably the only movie from that era that promoted drug abstinence. I approached the gate entrance. One of the guards climbed down a ladder, dusted off his robe, and walked towards me. He was in his middle 30s and reminded me of Tim Conway from the Carol Burnett Show. Greetings, brother. I'm Brother Zeke. Oh, brother, I wanted to say, but didn't. Instead, I played along and said, Brother Lee. Brother Lee, haha. An apt name for a loving sanctuary. May I ask what brought you here? Oh, I guess you could say that I feel like I've lost my way in life. He nodded earnestly. It was exactly what he wanted to hear. My job. Pardon me. My job is a dirty one. I've done some bad things. I heard about this place on Sunday Story, and it intrigued me. Sorry I didn't call ahead, but you guys don't have phones. Technology is forbidden here. What's with the barbed wire? Oh, rest assured, nothing to fear. We grow strawberries here. Our friends, the crows, like the capitalists, who are not our friends, are greedy. The wire deters them. The needle in my bullshit detector raced to the red zone. But the strawberries are way over yonder, Brother Zeke. His smile faltered by a sliver of a fraction, enough to notice. What about the grand tour then? That sounds nice. He fished out a key, unlocked the padlock, opened the gate, and I sauntered into the compound. There were 5 buildings, a house, a farm, 2 one-floor structures, and another building with a glass awning. Brother Zeke said, the house is where Father Abner lives. Those are barracks where brothers and sisters sleep. And that building is where we eat. Strawberries? No, we sell those to local farmers. Most people think that's terribly hypocritical, but you have to be part of the system in order to change the system. We walked. There were some horses, cows, and a few sheep. I heard some chickens clucking. A dog barked. I twitched, only a little. You watched that Sunday Story segment? Our nationwide chapters gained hundreds of new members after it aired, despite the negativity of their reporting. Our lawyer is preparing a lawsuit against the producer of that show for slander. On a whim, I said, I'm friends with a lot of lawyers. Maybe I know him. His name's Brett Brentwood. Poker face, Hacklin, poker face. Conflict of interest much, Brett? Talk about playing for both teams. It's a first draft. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, God loves you, and so does Johnny.